Alright, I showed you how to drop mud all over the trowel. Now let's do it in an organized way. Front hand and this joint. Pick up the mud and turn the hop upside down. I'm letting the trowel down flat to leave mud there. Go back, load up the whole joint. Here's a joint that was in it. And I don't need chunks, so we'll just remove that little piece of hardened mud. Now I'll go back again, pick up some mud and borrow it. Back to the corner, a little wiggle. Press the top to taper it off. Come back to the end again. And press the bottom harder to taper it off. What it does is feather it onto the board. I'll go back. And I'm keeping my trowel very flat because I don't want to actually remove the mud. I just want to feather it off, so I'll keep my trowel very flat. We need this layer of mud. This is the thick layer. That is the finish on it. Do not worry about lines. Do not worry about little fish eyes or bubbles that are in the mud. This is the thick layer. This is what it's supposed to look like. Now let's get down to the floor and try to plaster up that joint. Get that water pipe a little bit pushed out of the way, and we'll plaster one side and then backhand the other side. So again, I pick it up this way, pull this forward here, and it's loaded right up. Did it in one swipe this time. Borrow some mud, come back and wiggle. Push the top, taper it off, wipe the trowel. Come back, push the bottom, feather it off down there. Make sure that tape is hidden. I just loaded the mud back on to hide that tape. Now, keep the trowel very flat and run up the center. There's one side. Now we turn this way. And same with this again. My hop goes upside down, actually facing towards me. Just a rotation. My trowel will pick up that mud on the backhand. Come back to here, load it up. We'll grab this patchwork at the same time. We got just enough mud, I believe, to do this joint. We'll just load it up nice and heavy. I want my tape to be hidden on this coat. I don't want to see my tape. So, it's loaded up very well. Feather the bottom. Take the top, feather the top. Back here again, and swipe going up. Now we've left a little line here. We'll be scraping those off just before we go to do the finished coat. I'll head back into the room. I'll be back in a second with a little bit more mud, my 4-inch knife, and we have to put a coat on that inside angle and put a coat on these screws with a 6-inch knife. Be back in a bit.